Hello and welcome. This is your girl Loc'd with I Sleep Daily, and I'm so glad you decided to click on this video because I want to explain to you how to get into your body through your steep states, understanding your iNerTea and how all of that works and how we move in our daily lives. I Sleep Daily is a lifestyle of regulation and living life through seasons and cycles. Today I want to explain to you your steep state. Your steep state is the energy in which you move. That is your iNerTea. It's your feminine and your grounding that comes together to create the energy that you have as a feminine woman. That is your iNerTea. What state am I steeping in? When I say steep, what I mean by that is, what are you sitting in? What are you receiving? What are you embodying at the moment? What energy is that? What iNerTea is that? So your steep states, there are 4 steep states. You have an oversteep, you have cooling, you have infusing, and you have embodying. So oversteep is exactly how it sounds. Oversteep is when you are in a disarray emotionally. Inside, there is a struggle going on. In your head, you're ruminating on all kind of things. You're sitting and you're steeping in whatever it is that's dragging you to the ground. And it is hard to get out of that cycle. The next steep state is cooling. Cooling is when you're kind of coming out of the oversteep, but you're still kind of on edge. You're still paying attention to things. It's easy for you to find yourself dropping back into the steep state and kind of being, oversteeped. So when you're cooling, you're coming out of it, but it's still not that hard to be pulled back in. So when you're infusing, that means that you have come out of the oversteep, you've come out of the cooling, and you're kind of like on the shore now. You're kind of like, how somebody is swimming, they get it on the land and they're just kind of resting there for a moment. That is what infusing it would be. So infusing is I'm out of that state of mind, but I'm still trying to come up with my daily practices and kind of ground myself in the newness of where I'm headed to. Embodying is when you have kind of rested in all of the things that you've learned on the way to embodying, and you're kind of resting in that. You have embodied the fact that I am in control of my emotional state. I got it. That's embodying. So those are the 4 steep states that you can find yourself in, and this is cycles and seasons. There is no, okay, I started at oversteep and now I got to go all the way to embody and now I'm good and let me log out and be done with it. No, that's not it. So because we live life in seasons and cycles, you can go through oversteep, cooling, infusing, embodying over and over again. You can be in infusing and have an oversteep moment. So it's kind of like there's no right way to do it and there's no way to expect it to be done. If you know what I mean by that. So oversteep, cooling, infusing, and embodying are the 4 steep states that you can find yourself in. And I encourage you to go and take the quiz, figure out which steep state you are in so you can learn how to navigate that energy. Now, let me tell you about another add-on that will help you regulate in your steep state. I upload weekly forecast for your steep state. So example, this is how it works. Mercury retrograde in Cancer just started not that long ago, maybe about a week or so ago. I think I posted it on my I Sleep Daily Instagram account. So the forecast for that basically says that we're in Mercury retrograde. Things from the past are coming back for us to reassess and or let go of. And it's in Cancer, which is really an emotional time. You're going to be in your head a lot. So, and you're going to feel it. So someone that is oversteeped will experience the Mercury retrograde in Cancer totally different than somebody that is embodying. So with those forecasts, once you find out what your steep state is, you can pay attention to those forecasts to help you navigate the energy that the sky is going to give you that's going to accommodate your current steep state. I hope that makes sense. I am so excited about this new system. I love the way that it's put together. I put this system together for people to be able to figure out what energy am I in and what energy am I steeping in, and how can I navigate it based on the energetic pool of the energetic environment of the sky. I love astrology. I've always been into astrology. I recently came to start to put this system together to kind of help regulate my own nervous system and my own emotional chaos in my mind. So I kind of put these two together to give people an easier way to navigate, because you notice whenever you look at your horoscope or you hear your horoscope and you go to one of those channels and to the all signs, because I love listening to the all signs videos. And so have you ever noticed how when you get the information that they give you, it's like, okay, they're telling me all these things could happen, what to look forward to, things are going to be revealed, all these types of things. And it's like, okay, now that I understand what the sky is getting ready to bring my way personally, or as an individual, or as in my zodiac sign, what do I do with it? Because if my emotional state is here and you're telling me this is what the sky is getting ready to bring, how do I navigate this in here? How do I navigate all of that? How do I navigate it? So this is why I put this system together. I really hope you guys go ahead and get that quiz done so you can figure out which steep state you're in, and so you can understand how to navigate the sky energy that we're sitting in, how to navigate your internal energy within that. So that is what steep healing is understanding and being more aware of where you are in your own emotional state. And I thought this would be a great idea to help people understand that. Please put something in the comments and let me know what you think. Let me know if you have taken the iNerTea steep state quiz to see where your steep state is at the moment. And let me know what it is. Which one are you? Are you oversteeped? Are you cooling? Are you infusing? Are you embodying? Which one? Where are you right now? So when you find out what your steep state is, you'll be directed to a page where it'll show you the different things that you could be going through. It will show you your ritual. It'll show you the tea that you need to steep, because, okay, let's remember, we steeping over here. So we steeping on all levels. We're steeping in our minds. We're steeping in our energy. We are steeping in what we are drinking. So find out your steep state so you can get the tea that you're supposed to be steeping during this time frame to navigate your energy. So now that we understand our steep state, what do we do when we are in a moment in any of those steep states? That's when the steep healing comes into place. So with steep healing, it spells out the word steep, the different steps that go along with how we process our healing moments, emotional signals. When you feel something that comes up within you, because I know for me, I can oversteep in a thought and go down rabbit hole. But with this steep healing process, it allows me to kind of break down what it is that I'm feeling so that I can better understand it and reposition how I want to feel about whatever triggered that in the future. So what I mean by that, say for instance, if an emotion arises in you and you are feeling, betrayed. You're feeling betrayed in whatever situation that has happened, but that is the feeling that you're feeling. You can tell it's something about that you don't like. The first thing you would do in the steep healing process is to sit with it. Sometimes when things come up in us, we want to just kind of dismiss it because we really don't want to dig into it. You don't really even want to feel it, let alone sit there and swim in it. But it's part of the process. We can't get to the other side of anything if we don't go through it. So when you feel the feeling, you got to just sit with it. Sit with it good too, so you can figure out what that feeling is coming from, because that's what's going to really help you when we get down to one of the steps. So the first step is sit with it and allow yourself to feel it. The next step, which is T, is to tell yourself the truth about what it is that you're feeling. So if you're being betrayed, own it. I'm being betrayed. This is what I'm feeling right now. I'm owning this feeling. I'm not going to dismiss it. I'm going to tell myself the truth about what I'm feeling in this moment. The next step is E for extraction. So you're going to extract what is real from what is not real. What is real is what triggered the emotion. So process the situation. If it was a conversation, if it was an action, if it was something somebody did, or a movement, anything, whatever the interaction was that triggered the emotion. What is it that you truly know is real about that? And what are you telling yourself? But yeah, so you have to extract what the reality is from what the illusion is. The next E is embody. Once you've realized what it is that triggered the emotion for you to feel the way that you feel, and you took out the things that you probably have placed in your head, things that are not true, assumptions are good things to kind of cast out. If you can't prove it, sit it over to the side, move those things out of the way so you can really see and deal with what is true and what is real. And if you don't know what that is, and there's a conversation that needs to be had for clarity so you'll know the truth, then have it, with the person or whatever the case may be. But whatever way that you can figure out what is truth and what is not, do that. The next one is P for pour back into yourself. So that's when you embody the fact that you've processed this thing down. This is what has happened. This is what I understand to be true and what's not. And this is what I'm going to move forward with to say, I'm not going to find myself being triggered in that type of situation because I've chopped it down to where it really comes from. And I can rest in knowing that I have control now. So that's a really quick way to kind of break down the different process. So there is more to how you actually do those stages in depth, but that is the process so that you know that these are the different actions and the different thought processes when it comes to trying to process one of your triggers or emotions. So that is how you do it. Now, what I love about the embodying part, and that is what actually started all of this, which is me sipping tea. But what I really love about the embodying part is when I get to that piece and I'm able to really understand what has happened in my mind to make me feel the way I feel. And I could process it down and get a better understanding of it. And I can place it now where I need to place it so it doesn't allow an emotional alert to come. It just allows more of awareness when I see it and I know what it is and I have control over it. So when I get to that space of awareness within myself, I like to go to my steep healing altar. My steep healing altar. Y'all remember this? I did this in an earlier video. I really believe that anyone can have their own way to really embody a new way of thinking, a new way of living, embody a moment. And mine is with tea. When I'm feeling something, I can get me some tea. I can sit down and feel it, drink it, embody what it is that I'm trying to embody in that moment. And this is what I do. This is how I do it. I feel like everybody has some sense of altar when it comes to grounding practices in your daily life. So mine is this. It's a cup of tea. I'm really connected with the elements. And I want to get an even deeper connection with the elements. So I try to recognize them in my daily life and give them a purpose that I can really connect to when I'm doing certain things, especially embodiment. So I feel like for my altar, I have all the 4 elements that are needed for me to feel like I'm connecting with all 4. And with this one, it is the water, of course, the herbs, which is my tea blend, Womb Wisdom. And we have the air, which is the steam that was coming from my cup and still is. I don't know if you can see it. And then we have the fire, which heated the water to steep the herbs. So I feel like all of the elements are present. And so I give my water a vibration by affirming whatever it is I want to affirm in it before I sip it. Water has memory. You can give your water a vibration and then intake it and allow that to embody you. Everything carries an energetic vibration, and water carries energy. Okay. So speak into your water and give it something to do once you ingest it. It will remember and it will do its job. Be ready to receive what you put into it. Align with that so it can be so. So I'm not going to say mine out loud this time. I did the last time just to give a little. But you can give your water, your tea, your moment, something to do. So put your affirmation in, Hold on. So this is Womb Wisdom tea. Oh my God. It is so good, y'all. This tea is a mineral-rich, glow factor, hormone balancing, nervous system regulation tea. I drink it every day. Sometimes I drink it a couple of times a day, but for the most part, I will drink at least 1 cup. Right now, I'm kind of incorporating my weight loss tea and my regulation tea. So I'm kind of going back and forth with both of those. So I'm doing one of each a day. But the Womb Wisdom tea, I definitely recommend for a daily steep. It has everything we need, especially a woman regulating her nervous system and trying to get her hormones back on track and still needing that little hair, skin, and nails, you know. So this is the perfect tea for that. I love this tea. I put a little lemon and honey in mine, but it's really good. Sometimes a shot of ginger, just depending on what my elemental constitution is at the time. But I love this one wisdom tea. It is so good. So when it comes down to embodying and getting to a space, I definitely take on a cup of tea and allow it to help me through the process. Take the quiz. Take the quiz. See what your steep state is so you can navigate that a little better. I will be looking for you to steep daily along with me. And if you've made it to this part of the video, go ahead and drop a teacup in the comments and let me know, what is your steep state?